Hello friend, welcome again. So today I discuss about preamble of the Indian Constitution. So please subscribe my channel. So now today I discuss preamble of the Constitution. So first off, we know that the American Constitution was the first to begin with the preambles. Many countries, including India, follow this practice. The term preambles refer to the introduction or preface of the Constitution. It contains the summary of essence of the Constitution. N.A. Palkvial, an eminent jurist and the constitutional expert, called the preambles as the identity card of the Constitution. So, Constitution of India was made by the Constitution Assembly, and the preamble of the Constitution is based on the objective resolution drafted and moved by Pandit Nehru and adopted by the Constituent Assembly. It has been amended by the 42 Amendment Act 1976, which added 3 new words: socialist, secular and integrity. So now I read the text of the preamble, so please listen carefully. The preamble in its present form reads: "We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and opportunity, and to promote among all of them fraternity, assuring the dignity of individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, hereby adopted, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution." So we read the text, original text of the preamble. So now we are discussing about the main 4 factors. First of all, source. Source in the preamble text describe that we, the people of India, is the source of Constitution. Nature of Indian state. Second thing we know about the preamble. In this preamble describe that India is secular state, sovereign state, democratic state and republican state also. So nature of political state in India is described in the Constitution as secular, socialist, democratic, republican. And what is the objective of the Constitution? So objective of the Constitution: to provide justice, liberty, equality, fraternity to the people of India. And last, the date adopted of the Constitution. So preamble is adopted on 26 November 1949. So now we can describe the several technical words coming in preambles like sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, republic, justice, liberty, equality, fraternity. So now we can explain one by one. The first, sovereign. The word sovereign implies that India is neither a dependency nor a dominion of any other nation. So in preamble of the Constitution it is described that India is sovereign country. No other country interfere India to take any decision at any time, at any cost. India is independent country and not dependent on foreign country to take any decision at any matter, both internal matter as well as external matter. Let us example, India take some foreign state into its territory, so no other state can interfere India to take such type of decision. So sovereign means not dependent on other country for taking decision. The decision is two kind, internal decision as well as external decision. Next, socialist. Even before the term was added, so we can know that the 42 amendment, Constitutional Amendment Act 1976 added 3 words in the preamble: socialist, secular and integrity. In 1949 this 3 word is not in preamble of the Constitution, but after the 42nd Amendment Act of 1976 the 3 word is added in the Constitution. So now we discussing about the socialist. What do you mean by socialist? So in other words, that was the Congress party itself adopted a resolution to establish a socialist pattern of society in the Awadhi session as early in 1955 and took measure accordingly. Notably, the Indian brand of socialism is democratic socialism and not a communal socialism, also a state socialism which involved the nationalism of all means of production and distribution. So Indian socialism is Gandhian socialism, Fabian socialism, not communist socialism like Russia and China. Now third word mentioned in the preamble is secular. The term secular too was added in 42 Constitutional Amendment Act 1976. However, as the Supreme Court said in 1974, although the word secular state were not expressly mentioned in the Constitution, there can be no doubt that constituent makers wanted to establish such a state, and accordingly Articles 25 to 28 granting of fundamental right to freedom of religion have been included in the Constitution. So Indian state should be secular. It is mentioned in the preamble of Constitution. Now the term democratic. A democratic polity as stipulated in the preamble is based on the doctrine of popular sovereignty, that is the possession of supreme power by the people. Means the Indian state must be democratic. Democracy of two types, direct and indirect. So direct democracy is in a small countries. India is a vast populated country, so direct democracy is not present in India. In India we follow indirect democracy, when people elected the member and members serve the people of India. So now move to the next, that is the republic. A democratic polity can be classified into two, monarchy and republic. The democratic country is classified into two categories. One is the monarch and second is the republic. In a monarch, the head of the state enjoys a hereditary position. After his death, his son or daughter is on the throne. But in the republican, after a fixed term, every time a new individual is elected, or maybe again another time this individual is also elected. So this means republic. India follow republican like USA. Now move to the next word, that is justice. The term justice in the preamble embraced three distinct words: social, economic and political, secure thought, various provision of fundamental right and directive principle. Social justice denotes the equal treatment of all citizens without any social distinction based on caste, color, race. Means You cannot differentiate the citizen of India on the basis of caste, color, race, religion, sex, so on. It means absence of privilege being extended to the any particular section of the society, and improvement in the condition of backward classes, SC, ST and OBC and other women. Economic justice. Justice means not only the social justice. Justice means economic justice, all wealth, distribution of wealth in its citizen, and not only social and economic justice, also political justice. There is no discrimination to fighting a election on the basis of race, caste, color, sex, religion. So the Constitution in its preamble mentioned the term justice, justice in the terms of social justice, economic justice, political justice. Now move to the second term. So now before I discuss about justice is taken from the Russian Revolution, which is held in 1917. So now move to the next technical word mentioned in the Constitution, preamble of the Constitution. This is liberty. The liberty means the absence of restrictions on the activity of individuals, and at the same time providing opportunity for the development of individuals' personality. The preamble sources to all citizens. Preamble secure all citizens of India liberty of thought. Whatever you want to think, whatever you think, whatever you want to express, you express. Whatever you want to believe, you believe. Whatever you want to worship, you worship, through their fundamental right enforceable in court of law in case of violation. If your liberty, like liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, are violated by someone, then you can move on Supreme Court or High Court. Next, equality. In terms, equality means the absence of a special privilege to any section of the society, and to the provision of adequate opportunity for all individuals without any discrimination. Means you cannot discriminate or you cannot favor any citizen. All are equal. Some fundamental rights, Article 14 to 18 describe the equality in detail. Article 14, equality before law. Article 15, prohibition of discrimination on the ground of religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth. Equality of opportunity on matter of public employment is described in Article 16 of the Constitution. Abolition of untouchability is described in Article 17, and abolition of articles like before abolition of title, someone individuals in his surname adopted Sir John, Sir titles, Bharat Ratna title before his name, but after the abolition of titles, you not use this type of terms like Raja, Maharaja, Sir, Bharat Ratna. This type of title is not mentioned in the surname. Fraternity. Fraternity means sense of brotherhood. All citizens develop the sense of brotherhood in all the people of its country. The Constitution promotes the feeling of fraternity by the system of single citizens. In India, only single citizen, Indian citizenship is provided, not India in divided into several states. If you are living in Bihar, so you are only resident of Bihar. Your nationality is only Indian, so it is single citizenship is provided. Significance of, now let us discuss about the significance of preamble. The preamble embodies the basis, philosophy and fundamental value, political, moral and religious, on which the Constitution is based. It contains the grand and notable version of the Constitution Assembly and reflect the dream and aspiration of the founding father of the Constitution. In the words of Sir Aladi Krishna Swami Iyer, a member of the Constituent Assembly who played a significant role in making the Constitution, the preamble to our Constitution expressed what we had thought or dreamed too long. K. Munshi, a jurist, also say horoscope of our sovereign democratic republic. So many individuals describe preamble as the preface of Constitution. So now after preamble is adopted, after some times, this is discussion in preamble is a part of Constitution or not, because any article does not show the preamble. So our preamble is not come under the constitutional fundamental right. So one of the controversies about the preamble is as to whether it is part of Constitution or not. In the Berubari Union case 1960, the Supreme Court said that the preamble show the general purpose behind the several provision in the Constitution, and it is thus a key to mind the maker of the Constitution. Further, where the terms used in any articles are ambiguous or capable of more than one meaning, some assistance or interpretation may be taken from the objective enriched in the preamble. Despite the recognition of the significance of the preambles, the Supreme Court especially point that the preamble is not a part of Constitution. So in first case, Berubari Union versus Union of India, Supreme Court said that preamble is not part of Constitution. But in the second judgment, Keshavananda Bharti famous case in 1973, the Supreme Court rejected the earlier opinion in Berubari Union and held that the preamble is a part of Constitution. So this can be known that now the Constitution, preamble of the Constitution is the part of Constitution. Like any other part of Constitution, the preamble was also enacted by the Constituent Assembly, but after the rest of the Constitution was already enacted. The reason for inserting the preamble at the end was to ensure that it was in conformity with the Constitution as adopted by the Constituent Assembly. While forwarding the preamble for vote, the President of Constituent Assembly said, "The question is the preamble stand part of the Constitution." The motion was then adopted. Hence, the current opinion held by the Supreme Court that the preamble is a part of Constitution is in consonance with the opinion of the following fathers of the Constitution. However, two things should be noted. The preamble is neither a source of power to legislature nor a prohibition upon the power of legislature. It is non-justiciable. Amendment of preambles. So last topic in first video. So question to the whatever the preamble can be amended under the Article 368. The Constitution arose the first time in the historic Keshavananda Bharti case in 1973. It was urged that the preambles can be amended as it is not a part of the Constitution. The petitioner constituted that the amending power in Article 368 cannot be used to destroy or damage the basic element of the fundamental feature of the Constitution, which are enriched in the preambles. The Supreme Court, however, held that the preamble is a part of Constitution. The court stated that the opinion tendered by the Berubari Union in the regard was wrong and held that the preambles can be amended subject to be condition that no amendment is done in the basic features. So Supreme Court said that if you not disturb the basis features of the Constitution like the fraternity, equality, secular, sovereign, so you can amend the Constitution. So in 42nd Amendment, Constitution Amendment Act 1976, the three terms socialist, secular and integrity to added in the preamble. This amendment was held to be valid. So this is all about the preamble of the Indian Constitution. So thank you. If you like my video, then subscribe my channel. I'll share this video to your friend or any other. So thank you, friend.